What's up, Patreon? This is a request video. I might put this one on YouTube also. So basically, a Patreon member asked me, how do I get a girl open to having a threesome? Well, first, there's a lot of steps that you need to go through, right? You can't just wife her right away. You can't give her that. You got to game her with excellent game at first. What does that mean? Obviously, giving, good game, just, from the jump, kino escalation, talking to her, flirting, obviously from the jump. But eventually, when you start having sex with her and you're talking to her, you're not going to wife her right away. You're not going to make her your girlfriend right away. You're not going to make anything just too easy. And when you do this, you have to establish a rotation. You have to establish a rotation with her, because when you establish a rotation with her, then she knows that you're talking to other girls and you're honest about it. So if you're on Patreon, look at those videos first, because once you establish that you already have a rotation of girls, and then you sell her the dream, and you say eventually, yeah, we'll get there. In that meantime, you have to be dominating your relationship, right? And you just got to make her really submissive. So then you have to go through the steps of making her obsessed. That is a whole podcast. I believe that one is still on YouTube, and it's on the Spotify Patreon. So make sure you listen to that. And once you get into that, you'll open her up. You'll make her more submissive. She'll be willing to do more things for you that she didn't do for anybody else. Basically, she'd be ready to sell her soul to you. But you have to be extremely dominant. You have to be extremely dominant in your frame, right? And once you make her obsessed, once you follow all those steps of making her obsessed and taking her soul, listen to those two podcasts. I believe both of them should be on YouTube. And then once you do that, you go through those steps, she'll be more submissive to you. She'll be more willing to compromise herself, because listen, the girls that are always they always have the saying that she do things for the bad boy that she wouldn't do for the simp, right? Because he doesn't give a fuck, and he has a frame where it's like he doesn't care whether he loses you or not, and that makes her more submissive. And I have this all the time where girls are willing to have a threesome, and they said they were open to it. And so funny, I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable with it with a girl that I actually like. When it's a girl that I actually like, I don't really feel too comfortable with it, because one day I'm gonna marry this person, and I just think my level of religiosity kind of kicks in, so that kind of prevents me from doing it with the girls that I actually love. But if it's just a random girl, maybe if we did it from the jump. But in my head, I'm judging her a little bit, right? So it's hard for me to take her 1,000% serious as far as marrying her. So it's kind of hard for me. But the point is, and these are the type of girls you got to put them through steps though first, right? You got to make her compromise herself. Like, if some guys might think it's gay for a guy to have a girl eat your ass. I mean, but when you do it, you really have her soul, right? If you get her to do that, she'll do anything. Getting a threesome out of her is the least of your worries. So just make her do things that she normally wouldn't do. Like, say if she doesn't give head, or she doesn't suck balls, or she would never do certain things that she feels is super nasty and compromising. When you get her to that phase and get her to that step when you can get her to do those things by going through the steps that I just told you, then you'll get her to have a threesome. Then you'll get her to compromise anything. You'll damn near get her to sell her soul for you. Like, write that shit in pen in blood, and she'll sell her soul for you, right? So that's basically what you want to do in order to get a girl to have a threesome with you. So go listen to those videos, follow those steps, and you're gonna have to listen more than once, because those are really long videos. Go through all those steps, and then and once you're submissive and you polarize your relationship to a T. What's up, man? When you polarize your relationship to a T, then she'll be ready to go. Add on another thing that will help you when you're talking to a girl and you're trying to convince her to have a threesome. It'll help if this girl is bisexual. Now, I don't usually mess with too many bisexual girls. I don't know, it's just the type of girls that I attract. When I do get those kind of girls, it can be pretty fun, and they're always open to it. I just never fiend for it. the whole idea of having a threesome. Or you get a girl that girls that are like has a girlfriend, so like a girl that's in a full-fledged relationship with one person, and she's open, and or both of them are open to having a boyfriend, right? Now that sometimes works, but yeah, usually girls that are just a little open-minded, or if you know she's a little curious about the whole thing, right? Curious about talking to other girls and whatnot. So that'll definitely help with your agenda, and that's something that I wanted to add. If you're trying to convince girls to have a threesome, right? Because that's one of the easiest routes to go. A girl that's bisexual or bi-curious, if you know she's kissed girls before, if like she said, she'll probably mess with a girl, but she really wouldn't be in a relationship with one, then these are kind of girls that are a little more accessible and a little more open to it. So if you can get these kind of girls, that's something that will definitely help and add and open up your chances of actually getting a threesome. And it's really not that hard. Honestly. It's got to game them good. But as far as, not having to game a girl as much and finding girls from the gate that are just about that life, right? Because if you find a girl that are usually into girls, they just go get some more girls for you and then make the whole situation easy if they into that kinky type of shit.
Guy told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner.